Do you know simple slides like this could make you up to $2,000 every month? In this video, I will show you exactly how to make the slides and more importantly, how to sell them and start making real money. So if you've been looking for a way to turn your creativity into cash, this video is for you. So make sure to watch to the end, okay? But before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and grab a notebook because I'm about to drop some mouth-watering gems. Now this is what the pattern of this footwear looks like. So this footwear comprises of two different patterns, but we are going to be joining both patterns together to form one, okay? And you are going to see that. Now you have to start by tracing your pattern on your leather material, okay? Here I am using synthetic leather for this particular project. I've gone ahead to trace my patterns and cut out my leather pieces. I've also gone ahead to cut the lining pieces, so I'm using the same material for both the main piece and the lining piece. Here I'm applying gum on the straps, okay, and I've gone ahead to mark 2 cm line at both ends of the straps. You can see the line that I marked there. It measures 2 cm, okay, and this is because I want to fold this in just like you see me do here. So after applying your gum, allow your gum to dry for about a minute or two before you fold in towards the line. Just make sure that the folding meets the line. I'll do the same thing to the other strap, after which I'll use my mallet and hit both of them. I've already cut out my lining. Like I mentioned initially, I'll be lining the straps now, and here I am applying gum on both the main straps and the liner straps. Now this strap that I'm applying gum right now will be enough to line these two straps. Here I'm cutting out the other pattern that we'll be making use of to make the slides. Okay, remember I mentioned initially that we'll be needing two patterns for this footwear. So here I'm cutting it out and I'm done cutting it. Here now I'll also be lining it just like I did with the straps. Here I'm applying gum on both the main leather piece and the lining piece, okay, after which I will allow to dry for about a minute or two before I will now place the main piece on the lining piece. Please note that I use the same material, okay, for both the main piece and the lining piece, but you can use any material of choice. This is completely my choice, okay? You can choose to use different materials to line your footwear. Next, I took all the leather pieces that are just lined to my sewing machine and stitch all around. Then I cut off the excess lining with my scissors. I'll be making use of buckle to hold these two leather pieces together, okay? And I'll be making use of, it's either you use a punch or use a clean nail and make openings where you'll be inserting the buckle, okay? You also be needing a tiny strap for fixing the buckle. The wideness of the strap actually depends on the wideness of your buckle, how wide your buckle is. So I've gone ahead to cut out the strap, and I've opened up the hold on the strap, and here I am fixing the buckle. So with the aid of my super glue, I'll fix the buckle properly to the strap. Next, I inserted the bigger leather piece, or rather the bigger pattern, on the buckle, and I'll be attaching the buckle on the brown leather piece. Okay, that's where I'll be attaching the buckle. That's where I'll be fixing the buckle. So in order to fix the buckle on that brown leather piece, you still need to make an opening, okay, with your nail or with your punch, okay? I used my rivet and a plier to hold the buckle strap in place. Guys, I want to believe that you're following me up to this point. If you have any question whatsoever, feel free to drop your questions on the comment section, okay? I did mention earlier that with the aid of the buckle, we are going to be making this two pattern to be worn. Okay, now that we are done fixing the buckle, okay, our upper is ready. The next step is to last the slides. Okay, and here we have our insole, which I've already folded. In case you don't know how to fold an insole, I have a video on this channel on how to create an insole, and I'll be linking it in the description box, so make sure to check it out. Okay, please make sure that before lasting your footwear, you roughen the surfaces where you need to apply gum. Okay, I took this to my filing machine and roughen the surfaces where I need to apply gum. And if you don't have filing machine, that's okay, you can make use of sandpaper, okay, and roughen the surfaces where you need to apply gum. So here I started lasting with the right foot. Okay, just once the gum is dry, you start lasting your slippers. Guys, if you're watching up to this point and you're yet to give this video a thumbs up, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please kindly like this video and feel free to subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content. Okay, and guys, you can now access my online courses on Seller. I'll put the link in the description box, so feel free to check it out if you are interested in more detailed videos on footwear production. Okay, here I'm done lasting the right foot. I'll go ahead and last the left foot, and that's basically it, guys. The next step will be to couple the footwears. Now that you have seen how to make the slides, let's quickly talk about how to turn them into money. Guys, you can produce and sell footwear from the comfort of your home. Yes, take it from someone who built her brand from the comfort of her home. First thing you have to do is set your price. Okay, now let's do the calculation. If you want to sell this footwear for $10 per pair, for instance, and the plan is to make $2,000 in a month, then the total pairs you need to produce is 200 pairs in a month, right? Now, and you need to sell about 7 pairs daily to hit your targets. Now, how do you sell? I'm sure you've probably heard this before. There's money in social media, guys. Create a Facebook account, create TikTok account, create Instagram account, whatever social media platform that is most convenient for you. If you can do the three, good and fine, create that account. There are people there willing to pay you if you can tell them why they should give you their money. Take good pictures of your products and post on these platforms. Okay, stop scrolling aimlessly on TikTok and Facebook or Instagram watching other successful people. Use that time and build your brand. Tell people about your products. Post consistently on these platforms. Show behind the scene clips of what you do and share customer feedbacks. One important tip I'll share is make sure you are producing superior quality products, so that when one person buys from you and sees how good your product is, they can tell others about your products. That way you make more money. Another tip I'll share is this: don't try to sell to everybody. Everybody is not your customer. Look out for people who value your products and sell to them. Tell them why they should buy. For example, you can make footwear and suggest it as thoughtful gifts for someone. You can target students, working class individual, boutique sellers, even celebrities. I can go on and on. Finally, I'll always say start from where you are and what you have. Don't overthink it, okay? Check out my story on how I started my footwear brand with zero capital. It's on this channel, and it's perfectly okay if you are not able to hit your target for the month. It's okay. The most important thing is that you gave it your best. Okay guys, we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for following me up to this point. I'll see you in another video.